Hey, class of 2023, welcome back to Hive. I'm sure you're excited to have another full day of high school under your belt. I wanted to finish up our discussion yesterday a little bit that we didn't get to finish because I talked too much. You will learn that about me pretty quickly. With just a few things that you need to make sure that you know going into the rest of the school year. So I am super self-conscious about my voice and my face on video. So please try not to laugh too hard at me, as you might hurt my feelings, and I don't like doing this. So there's that. The last few slides that we didn't get to cover, riding the bus is a privilege, not a right. We have to provide you with an education. We don't have to get you here. Poor behavior on the bus will result in a bus suspension. Again, everything that we do, we don't have any arbitrary rules. It's all about student safety. And if you are to the point where your behavior on the bus is distracting the driver from being able to focus on the road, you're a safety concern to yourself, to the others on the bus, and the others in the cars that are driving around the bus is trying to be safe as well. It would be a horrible, horrible thing for your behavior to be responsible for a crash that injures or kills someone. Take care of business on the bus. You know how to act. Act right when you're on the buses. The driver's job is to provide you a safe ride. It's not to be the student monitor. Their job is to drive that bus effectively. Transfer students can't ride the bus. With Knox County Schools, that has to do with funding and things like that. All the rules still apply when we're outside waiting on the bus on a Carter campus about horseplaying, staying on the sidewalk, keeping your hands to yourself. None of those things have changed when we go outside in the afternoons. Be really careful about that. Fighting is kind of a big deal in high school, and so the first time you are involved in a fight, it is an automatic 10-day out-of-school suspension. That's two weeks of school that you miss. If it falls over a holiday or Labor Day or something like that, you have to serve 10 school days out of the building. So you're going to miss a lot of fun stuff. You're going to miss a lot of learning, all those sorts of things. Fights are pretty rare around here, but anything can happen when we have a lot of people in a small area. Fighting offenses are cumulative. And so what that means is this is the only offense in high school that stays with you. So if you get into a little something your freshman year, have a great year your sophomore year, junior year's fine, and then senior year right before graduation, you get into something with somebody, we're now looking at your second fight. It's not your first fight per year. It's your first fight of your high school career. So these things stay with you. So if you get in a fight your freshman year and your senior year consequence will be 20 days out of school for second fight. It is everything else starts over at the beginning of a school year except for fights. Those are cumulative. They stay with you. If you go to another school, that record goes with you. You'll be held accountable there. Be very, very careful about this. Do the right thing. If you have a conflict with somebody, come let one of us know. We'll work it out. You wouldn't believe how many times things were almost going to be a fight, but then we were able to get it worked out, and we didn't have to hand out 20 suspension days over something that was able to be fixed, or it was a misunderstanding or something like that. Come let us know when things are going on. Other offenses that result in long-term suspension would be any kind of profanity to a staff member. That is an immediate out-of-school suspension, and then the zero tolerance we'll talk about in just a second. If you were to stand in the way or be in the way of a teacher administrator trying to get to a fight, you'll be suspended as well. If you're the person trying to get the fight started, you're the one going around helping messages get spread and egging it on, instigating it. You're just as much of a problem as the fighters. You can go to the house too. Don't be a part of that. There's too many times that people trying to break up fights get hurt. Kids get hurt who are just standing trying to get through the hallways. A fight, obviously any kind of physical contact, including horseplay, could look like a fight. And our policy is that if it looks like a fight, it's a fight. So don't be engaged in anything that could look to us like a fight if we go back and watch it on camera, which of course we do. Be really, really careful that if you are to become involved in a fight and a staff member, an adult, steps in to intervene, to break the fight up, you stop immediately, no matter what. If you continue fighting when an adult has intervened, we're now looking at assault. It's a much greater offense than fighting. Okay, and you'll be looking at assault. So you have to stop if an adult intervenes. If somebody gets hurt in the process of breaking up a fight, then we're looking at a much, much bigger deal. And we just don't want you to be involved in that. So take care of business. There's no reason for you to be fighting on our campus. Keep in mind that a football game, a basketball game, any kind of school event, riding the bus, standing at the bus stop, all of those things are considered our campus. Even if you don't feel like you're right here during school, all those things are considered fighting on our campus. So don't bring it to anything that could be connected to school, and you'll be okay there. All the zero tolerance things, possession of drugs, possession of a weapon, battery on a teacher, school officer, none of that has changed for you since middle school. If you know people are involved in drugs or carrying something like that on them, don't be involved. Stay away from those folks. They're not making good decisions right now. And more than likely, you'll end up going down with them if you don't separate yourself pretty well. If you ever have any concern that there could be a weapon on campus, notify an adult immediately. There's also the text to tip line you can use if you want to stay completely anonymous. We're all responsible for keeping each other safe. And even if it is just a rumor, it is much, much better for us to chase down a rumor than to miss a real threat. So please be aware of that. Do what's right. Do what's right. Take care of yourself and your friends as well. Let us know if you know or hear of things. They're using one of those avenues that you have. Dress code, main thing is shorts need to be to your mid-thigh, no sleeveless shirts, no hats in the building, no sleepwear, and no blankets. If you're not sure, a teacher or administrator will help you figure that out. Typically, if you're not sure about something, it probably is not okay. You know what's okay for Knox County schools and what isn't. Make sure you have a change of clothes. If you need to get fixed on the first offense, you'll be given the opportunity to correct your dress code. Public display of affection, be real careful about this. We just don't need everybody all hugged up and kissing and all that kind of stuff on everybody in the hallways. We don't want to see it. We don't want to be a part of it. The first time we have to talk to you, it's going to be a warning and a phone call home. Then you can see that the offenses include ISS and IHS beyond that. Quick hug is fine. Holding hands, not a big deal. You know what we mean. Don't be gross in our hallways. A few reminders, just be respectful and be courteous and cooperative. We will always be that way with you. Refrain from the use of profanity. We're not going to use it towards you. Don't use it towards us. Be where you're supposed to be, doing what you're supposed to be doing. If you take care of that, you are going to be absolutely fine here at Carter High School, and you will probably never come see me for discipline. 95% of you will never be in this office for discipline. So I need to get to know you other ways. Come tell me about the good things that are going on. Life's easier if you just do your work. Do your work, take care of business, and then you're not having to worry about recovering credits and what do I do when? Maybe can I go to this or that? You just take care of business on the front end, and you're going to be okay. Keep all those doors open. The adults are in control in this building. I don't know what your other school experiences were like, but by law, we are legally responsible for you. We're responsible for what you're doing and where you are. And so you can bet we're going to take care of business in this building. I am not going to risk my family's livelihood over us not being in control. So we're going to take care of things. And again, our number one priority is first to keep you safe, and second to give you a fantastic education. Those are our goals and our objectives every single day. Don't bring valuables to school. We're not responsible for theft of those items. Headphones are impossible to track down, phones, all that sort of stuff. Be real careful. Just leave things that are of great value to you at home. It's just too easy in a building of 1,000 people for things to get picked up, and then there you are. Get involved in school this year. All the research shows if you'll get involved in an activity, you will have a much better high school experience. You're more likely to graduate. You have higher grades. All those sorts of things. Have fun. You should have a great year this year. It's your freshman year. It should be awesome. We're here to help you make it awesome. Don't let anything get in the way of earning credits. A lot of these you can't get back. You need to earn them now and move on, because that means you get to take the fun classes later. You get the hard stuff out of the way, then you can take classes you might be more interested in. We have faith in you. You are important. If you weren't important, we wouldn't be here. This job's too hard. We love you. We want you to make this your best year ever. We're here to support you in any way that we can, support your families in any way that we can. So don't be a stranger. Come see me in the office, just not for trouble. And we're going to have a great year. Looking forward to getting to know you all as we go. Go Hornets, and we're getting ready to kick off football season, so it's going to be a lot of fun. You'll have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you tomorrow.